you said it like that, it was, oh, that doesn't, it was
that
really
story
hard.
I remember something about, and part of it was pink, and part of it was green, and part of it was purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I'm thinking, okay, let's see what I can do with my 6th graders. I'm kind of sad to leave my kindergartners because I wanted to repeat and do this, but the teacher that's replacing me in kindergarten, the last 2 weeks of school, she worked with me, I showed her everything. She was all into it, and she'll replicate that with them. But I was ready to try older kids and see what else was out there, so it's going to be a good experience for me to see what are we teaching our 6th graders, and in the next jump, you know, who knows, could be high school, I don't know. But
They're gonna dig it.
I'm going to see what I can do with
They're
it.
going to dig it. Yeah.
I think so, because you were telling me it's so boring. That's all I have, and I'll leave these out if you guys want to look at them. And again, if you want to take, if it's like this, you can have it if you want it. This is all of the kids' stories that they've made, and this is just the master copy. We sent those to administration, and we got a good feedback on it, so.
Deanna, one suggestion
Yes,
that
sir.
you go back also and not necessarily teach, but at least look at the rules for Communist Manifesto,
Oh, we could do that.
because public school is one of those.
It is. And also, Grant has a quotes book that I put together if you want to hold it up. And I have different sections in there. That's going to actually be in my classroom. That's not what I made it for, but it's going to be in there anyway. And sure, you can pass it around. I have quotes in there on the Federal Reserve, IRS, and the newest section is Second Amendment and militia and compulsory public schooling. Several quotes in there about that.
Randall, I'd like to respond to your comment. You said that in the Communist Manifesto, one of the things they talked about was compulsory public school. Well, let me say this. Thomas Jefferson was also for public school, and you know what? Now, I wasn't a few years back, but right now I am. Let me tell you why that is. If they followed the constitutional purpose of free public schools, the only thing that they can teach is the principles of property. Because as it says in Article 1, Section 2, all lawful in Texas, all lawful government is based upon the authority of the people. And the authority is not unlimited. The only authority the people have is to protect their life, their liberty, and their possessions. Well, what's one of the #1 means to do that? Teach everybody in the community around you about your property, about the sacredness of your life, your liberty, and your property, and that it should not be violated. So I want to live in a community where everybody around me respects my property and is not going to try to trample it. Well, today, our properties are trampled daily. And in fact, our whole ambition of our society is how we can take somebody else's property and utilize it for our own betterment. You know, and we need to stop that. And the way to do that is through the principles of property that regulate every aspect of government. And the only way to get everybody to know that is to teach it to them in compulsory public school. Now, that doesn't mean they have to stay there. If they're degenerates and will not learn and cause a problem, you can always expel them. That's the way it was in my day. First of all, they spanked you with those paddles. I got 15 at one time by my coach, and I'll tell you what, it was unbelievable. I thought he was going to do it easy because I had 15 of them, and I tell you what, the first one almost knocked me on the floor, and I said, there ain't no way I can get through 15 of these. I did do it. I became somewhat of a counterculture marvel there, of course, that I endured 15 of them. But in those days, they would kick you out of school if you just couldn't stay with it. And I say, we need to return to that. We don't need to just have a bunch of degenerates taken away from the entire school system.
Ron, Deanna, thank you.
My pleasure. That was fun.
Yeah, we can stick around and visit, but as far as the official business, if anybody wants to move to adjourn. So moved. Okay, any opposed to adjourning? Without objection, it is ordered. This meeting is now adjourned, and thank you all for coming. Hope to see you all some more. And feel free to stick around and finish up your meals. Maybe get another picture of beer. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Now I'm really worried because I look at our healthcare. What the drugs do is they basically reverse the polarization. But they so you have like a neutral effect. The brain, the body is doing that. The mind is doing that. The body is doing
We don't play their game. But I can carry it.